आपका क्या पोजीशन है? डॉक्टर साहब चालू कर दें?
हाँ 21 ही आए हुए पार्टिसिपेंट अभी, उससे
वो
भी कम है।
We'll wait for 2 minutes.
I think let's wait for couple of minutes
Okay.
because hardly
हाँ,
any.
नहीं वो क्या है, जब तक इंट्रोडक्शन चालू होता है ना, it will take again 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, हाँ तो maybe that also is important ना, introduction also is important. So let's wait for exactly 2 minutes. You wait and then.
Right. Okay.
क्योंकि आपने इतना अच्छा काम किया है तो it should be introduced also, no?
अरे सर तो ठीक.
Maybe that also is important.
We are live now. We can start.
You can request everybody to mute Aditi, or you can do it from your side. तो देख लेना. नरेंद्र जी, आपके पुणे वाला है वो, ये युवा लोगों को मैसेज नहीं गया था क्या पूरा? You have that one professional body, no? Let's have a green signal अभी.
2-3 times मैंने डाला था उधर, लेकिन वो नवरात्रि की वजह से शायद पूजा गरबा.
हाँ नहीं कोई इशू.
I think it's Navratri and also Sunday.
नहीं Sunday every or all our webinars are always on Sunday.
सेक्रेटरी इसका इन्वर्टर किधर गया? व्हाइट कलर का इन्वर्टर. हाँ.
ये मेरा नहीं, मेरे पास का नहीं है इन्वर्टर.
Let's go ahead अभी. All set?
All set. Shall we start?
Doctor साहब ready?
Yeah.
चलो, all the best. Right.
Very good evening to all of you. जय माता दी. सभी को नवरात्रि की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं. मैं कृष्णा दायमा अमरावती से आप सभी का आज के वेबिनार में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूँ. DITF के बारे में जिन लोगों को अभी तक नहीं पता है उनके लिए आज मैं थोड़ा सा उनके लिए ब्रीफ में एक इंट्रोडक्शन DITF के बारे में आज उनको देने वाला हूँ. DITF ये ऐसे नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो सभी अपनी कम्युनिटी के यूथ को एक प्लेटफॉर्म देना चाहता है जिससे वो उनकी क्वालिटीज बढ़ा सके और स्किल्स को डेवलप करके पूरे की एक कम्युनिटी ऑल ओवर द ग्लोब जो है, जो अलग अलग अभी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हुए हैं, उन सभी को एक साथ में लाने के लिए ये एक बढ़िया सा प्लेटफॉर्म जो है ये बनाया गया है. ये प्लेटफॉर्म जो है ये बेस्ड है भगवत गीता के 2nd अध्याय के 50th श्लोक पे, जो इस DITF का सोल है. तो चलिए मैं आपको श्लोक पर लेकर चलता हूँ।
बुद्धियुक्त तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्।
बुद्धि योग की शरण में आने से बिना फल के काम करने वाला इसी दुनिया में पाप पुण्य से मुक्त हो जाता है। मतलब अच्छा हो बुरा हो, सुख हो या दुख हो, सभी में एक ही तरीके से समभाव से तू बस अपना कर्म, अपना कर्तव्य करता रहे।
The one who prudently practices the science of work without attachment can rid of both good and bad reactions in this life itself. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of working successfully in proper consequences. अब इसके बाद मैं आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाना चाहता हूँ। शायद ही इन्हें इंट्रोडक्शन की जरूरत लगे, मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता है, सभी लोग इन्हें जानते हैं। द मैन बिहाइंड गेटिंग अस ऑल टुगेदर, श्री देवेश जी दाधीच सर, founder president of DITF. He is a fellow member of ICAI, senior partner at Dadheech and Company, independent director of Morarji Textile Limited. To run this type of organization, both mission and vision both are necessary. Without this, I think none of the organization can work. Then the mission of DITF is to create a community of people who can come together for noble cause, economic empowerment, social development, knowledge and services. इसी के साथ साथ जो विजन है DITF का, ये है धीरे धीरे जो हमारे कम्युनिटी है उनको ज्वाइन करना, जैसे अलग अलग जो जिसमें एक्सपर्ट्स लोग हैं उनका नॉलेज सभी इधर शेयर करना और कम्युनिटी को स्ट्रेंथन करना। DITF ने इसके पहले 50+ वेबिनार्स ऑर्गेनाइज किए, जिसमें से कुछ वेबिनार्स की लिस्ट आपके सामने है अलॉन्ग विद देयर रिस्पेक्टिव स्पीकर्स। और ये सभी वेबिनार्स DITF के यूट्यूब चैनल पर अवेलेबल है। आप एनी टाइम इसमें से अगर कोई भी टॉपिक आप देखना चाहते हो तो आप यूट्यूब विजिट करके ये सब वेबिनार्स आप रिकॉर्डेड है, आप इसे देख सकते हैं। इसी के अलावा वेबिनार्स के अलावा DITF बुलेटिन होता है, जो मंथली बुलेटिन होता है, जिसके में DITF क्रिकेट टूर्नामेंट लीग होता है, अखिल भारतीय कवि सम्मेलन, सुर संगम, फोटोग्राफी कंपटीशन, DITF वर्चुअल क्लब, DITF मंत्रा म्यूजिक चैनल, टैलेंट हट इनिशिएटिव एंड स्टोरी टेलिंग इनिशिएटिव। ये नंबर ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स कंटिन्यूएशन में कंडक्ट होते रहते हैं DITF द्वारा। आज का सेमिनार है हाउ टू बिल्ड सक्सेसफुल करियर। हम जो भी फील्ड में काम करते हैं, हम उस फील्ड में सक्सेसफुल बनना चाहते हैं। तो इसी के लिए आज हमारे साथ में हैं श्री मुकुंद जी व्यास सर, हमारे स्पीकर। इसके बाद आर मॉडरेटर श्री नरेंद्र भेड़ा जी सर। नरेंद्र भेड़ा जी sir is from Sangamner and worked with Digilog system Nashik for few years. Then in 2000 he started his own IT hardware infrastructure Optech System Limited, and now he is in Pune and successfully handling the firm. I would like Shri Narendra ji Bheda to continue this webinar forward.
हेलो एंड गुड इवनिंग टू एवरीवन। नवरात्रि की आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। Am I audible? First of all, thank you Devesh ji for giving me the opportunity to connect with your mission of community growth through knowledge sharing. देवेश जी द्वारा शुरू किए गए इस सरस्वती के ज्ञान यज्ञ में अपनी भी एक आहुति डालने का जो मुझे सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से मैं खुद को बहुत गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहा हूँ. Today our topic of discussion is how to build successful career. Somebody is unmuted, so can you please mute yourself? Though the meaning of success is different for different people, basic rules and techniques are the same and very helpful to build a successful career. To throw more lights on this topic, today we have a legendary speaker, Dr. Mukund Vyas. Dr. Mukund Vyas did his bachelor, master's and doctoral in psychology from Mumbai University. After a short stint of 4 years in academics, he entered the corporate world and worked almost 26 years in corporate houses in India and abroad, leading senior position in leadership development, talent management, and culture. He worked with Siemens Limited India, Siemens AG Germany, and Tata Motors. After a long stint in corporate, he decided to move back to academics to pursue his passion in teaching, executive education, and consulting in leadership area. He is currently with Indian Institute of Management, IIM, as a faculty and also doing his independent consulting and coaching in leadership area. He is a certified coach and he likes to help people in achieving their passion. So welcome, Dr. Mukund. So Dr. Mukund,
Thank you.
there are some doubts and questions in our youth for building a successful career. I am putting it one by one on their behalf. So my first question is, what is career and what is a successful career? Over to you, Dr. Mukund.
Okay. So very good evening to all of you. First of all, I will come back to the question, Naren, what you asked me. But before that, let me first compliment the ITF for having such a wonderful platform to connect the talent across the nation. I would say across the globe, that's important. And I think it's a good platform to not only to connect, but also to share everybody's talent, showcase that and build a learning community. I think that is something which is need of the hour in today's world. And that's what is happening good. So compliments to you, Dadheech. And yeah, keep doing good work, keep doing good job. That's important for us as a community. Good. So what I hear this question is the successful career and what do you mean by career? Having worked with corporate houses for about 26 years, having been instrumental to build the career of talent, build the career of even the leaders. I just want to put my thoughts across here and share some of the insights which I have gathered over a period of time. Nothing from the books, but the insights which are coming straight from my experiences of handling these people who develop. Generally, it is misunderstood. Career, people say, what do you mean by career? The instant response of most people you would ask is that they will tell it's a vertical growth. Yeah, it would mean reaching the top. It would mean my designation. It would mean the bank balance I have. It would mean the business card I'm holding. Yeah, this is what people would define by and large career as a vertical growth. It is good, but from my point of view, career is not necessarily, I repeat, not necessarily it's a vertical growth, but career also means having horizontal growth. Are you able to really acquire different kind of knowledge, different sets of experiences horizontally? That is something which I call is all about career. So career is a kind of set of experiences you bring in. It's a mosaic of experiences person would have in his career, and that's how career is built in today's world. Because one field will not lead you anywhere, but if you really look at multiple dimensions of your experiences, that would lead you somewhere. But an unfortunate or fortunate, whatever you call, today's talent are in the rat race of going vertically up, getting promotions, getting up in the ladder. It is not bad, it is good. But ultimately, the question you should ask, or one should ask himself or herself, is that going up is right, but does it give me kick? Does it align, or is it aligned to my passion? Is it something that what I wanted to become in my life? And the answer to this question is yes. Then you have career, you have successful career, I repeat, and you have happy career also. But generally, it is not the case. I have seen multiple times people have successful career. They have been able to reach the top. They have been able to build the balances in the bank. They have been able to acquire set of talents for sure. But if I ask them, are you really happy about what you have done? Most situations, the answer to the question is yes, I have achieved, but something is missing in my life. Something is pulling me back, something I'm not happy about. I could have done something or the other. And that, I think, the question is happiness is all about. So career, successful career is good, but successful and happy career is even a better combination, I would say. And unfortunately, most of the times, the success and happiness in the career is a very rare combination, I would say. And those who get this combination right, those who get this combination at the right age, at the right time in the career life, I think they are both happy and also, I would say, successful. That's what it is. I'll give you a simple example that may help you. I was in Siemens, and we're trying to build the succession, trying to find the people who could head the factories in the region. And there was one guy. We have a factory in Baroda. It's a turbine factory. So there's a guy whom I had a meeting, and I told that, look, we want you to be heading the factory, not now, but maybe 4 or 5 years down the line. We would like to groom you to head the factory. That was the plan from the career, from the organization, right? And I had a discussions with him. He was not happy about it. Generally, when you become a factory head, a person should really jump out of the chair. He should show the excitement. Yes, it is something, it's a number one position I have been getting, or I will be getting. He should show the excitement on his face. He was not excited at all about the whole thing. I observed that. As a psychologist, I do observe people, and I asked him, what is that he's not happy about? Then he just took a seat back and he said, look, I don't want to become a factory head. Then I said, what do you want to become? He said, no, that is not my passion to head the factory. My passion is to really go deeper in my area. And I want to be really, really specialist only in one function of called, turbine blade, the cutting of the turbine blade. That's a very niche area. That is something which I want to go, and I want to grow in my life. And I want to also do my doctorate in computational mathematics. Imagine the clarity he has about his career. And I want to do that in Germany. So I listened to him. I had a good dialogue with him. And then I came back and I said, look, if we make this guy a factory head, we lose as an organization because we have the wrong guy on the wrong position, because he is not passionate about that at all. Rather, we put him where his passion is, and we will use him for the organization and leverage his passion to the organization. So we identified the position for him in Berlin factory. We have a headquarter factory in Berlin, turbine factory. We identified the position for him there. We sponsored him for doctoral degree in Germany, in Berlin, and all that is happening. And now then later on, he became not only the factory head of Baroda factory in India, he became a global head of turbine blade globally, worldwide. That's how the passion is all about. So this is what his career. So he has been able to build a career, successful career, and is happy about it. So this happiness and success in the career is a very rare combination, and most talent I have seen miss this reality, and they just go into the rat race of going up in the ladder. So that is something which you need to think about. This dilemma will be always there. How you resolve the dilemma is up to you and your responsibility, right? Because I always believe that career is not external. Career is something all about you. Career is more internal. What you want to do in your life is your decision. So that's what I say to give you this long response, Narendra, that career is something which is not vertical, but it's horizontal set of experiences you acquire, and then you move on in the life. Those in this group are starting their career early life. I would rather suggest or encourage them to really acquire different functions, be open for areas to work upon, be open to work in the areas organization will give you. Don't think that this is not really my skill. You will have to build the skill in different variety of skills. When we look at the people at the top, at the senior level, we look at how many functions the person has changed in his career, how many locations he has moved around in the locations, and those who move around the locations, those who move around the functions, that's how we call horizontal growth. They have a better chance to really build career in the organization at the top level. So if you look at profiles of any CEOs or any business head, they would have handled multiple functions. They would have handled multi-locational responsibilities. I think that is something which you should be open to do that, because otherwise you have a situation you land up in. I have many people coming at 20 years of experience, worked only in the manufacturing. And when I ask them, where do you want to grow? What's your aspiration? I want to become a CEO. I said, buddy, sorry, you can't become a CEO. You have spent 20 years only in the comfort zone of manufacturing. You have not even handled the P&L responsibility. You not handled the sales function, not handled the marketing function. In one function of manufacturing 20 years, you will never become a CEO. You missed the bus now. You only have to find the way you to grow in the manufacturing area. To avoid the situation like this, those who are in the group who are in their early or mid-career, I think be open for acquiring multiple set of experiences horizontally. That's what I have seen working well as you grow in the organization. Over to you, Naren.
Great explanation and with very classic example, Dr. Mukund. काफी बार ऐसे देखने में आया है कि हमें जिस विषय में रुचि होती है उसमें अवसर कम होते हैं. So my next question is, what if there is no scope in the area one is most interested? What if there is no scope in the area one is most interested? Over to you, Dr. Mukund.
So, well, I mean, this is something very interesting one. First of all, let me tell you, universe is very big. Universe has multiple opportunities, I would say. There is nothing, I repeat, and this is based on my experience I'm talking about, and I've seen talent doing multiple things. There is nothing in the world where there is no scope for that. Everything has a scope. Everything what you want to do has a scope. Only thing what is important is that how determined you are on your passion, what you want to, how focused you are on your purpose. That is something very important. And how committed you are on what you want to do. If your passion, if your commitment, if your determination, I think if all this put together, you have a combination of these three together, I think you can achieve everything what you want to do. So only thing is you have to paint your own picture. That's important. Yeah. I have seen people building career. I've seen people building career. I have met multiple talents who came in a mid-career, and that girl says that no, I don't want to work anymore because something in my life I'm missing. I'm passionate about making career in music and dance. And she said, I would like to do that, but I have no clue whether there's a scope or not. But she was so determined to build career in that. She left the corporate job, high paid corporate job within 2 to 3 years of her earlier career. And she had no clue where to go, but she pursued her passion relentlessly. I repeat, you have to pursue your passion relentlessly. World will open up a lot of opportunities for you. Today, she is a fantastic corporate trainer. Yeah, she's linking dance with the corporate leadership skills, with yoga and with multiple things and spirituality. So she built her career in a multiple way around her passion. That is something very important for her. And today she is perhaps maybe earning much more than what she would have earned in the corporate life. So this is a small field, but she has been able to build her career in that little small field, but again, multiple experiences she could gather. So what I want to say is that all of us have multiple boxes of paints. Paints, you mean to say, I mean to say the paint. Yeah, you should know which combination of colors I want to paint and which is what I would make my career. So paint your own picture using your own colors and using your own brush. That is what is important. Many a times we miss that opportunity. In fact, all of us are not blessed with multiple skills. All of us are not blessed with variety of skills. But I can tell you, each one of us sitting here, each one I have seen in my life has a unique talent. There is nobody in the world who doesn't have a talent, I can tell you. Only thing, some people know what the talent is. Some people need to be told what their talent is. So all that is important. So what I want to say is that take the brush, paint your own picture, and try to build a career around that. Don't try to become somebody else. Yeah, don't try to follow blindly to become a clone of someone else. That will not really excite you. Try to become what you truly are, what you meant to be. That is something is very important. Identify your signature to strength, identify uniqueness in your passion, and build your career. That will multiply you. That will maximize you. That is something very important. One needs to understand. The means will follow. Once you really follow the path which you are following the path, the means will surely follow. I mean, I can give you a couple of examples in my own family. We have an example which is known in the whole nation, Swami Govind Giriji. He's a great example of passion, right? He was determined in his childhood that he will go into spirituality. He was determined, he was quite committed that this is what he will do. At the age of 6 and 7 and 8, he was determined. He never thought about career in corporate or something here and there, but he chose that passion and he pursued that passion relentlessly. And you see today where he is. He's not only Indian spiritual leader, but he is known globally as a spiritual leader. That's an example of passion which I can give you in this forum. So identify what your passion. Don't think about money. Don't think about growth. Don't think about whether I will get balance in the bank or not. They will come. They will come. All these things will follow if you pursue your passion relentlessly. Don't go after money, lose your passion, but pursue your passion. Money and growth will follow you, And this is my word, I can tell you, and I've seen this happening into multiple times. My example I can give you, maybe it will help you, is that I was very clear in my childhood also, till 10th. I was very clear that I would never go into engineering. I would never go into commerce, but because I just don't like numbers. I don't like mathematics. So I thought, let's not do that. Let's not get into engineering and commerce, because that's where jobs are there. And today everybody thinks engineering and commerce would have, but nothing else. But that's the myth. I simply choose. I did my arts, Bachelor of Arts. I did, and I pursued one subject relentlessly in my life. When I entered my corporate, I decided that developing people, developing talent, I found my passion. This is something which kicks me a lot, helping others to grow. That kicks me a lot. And throughout my life, in my career, 26 years, I worked in the area of developing leaders, developing talent. I never became a CHRO. I never became an HR head. Neither I wanted to become HR head. In fact, my CEO multiple times told me that, why don't you become an HR head, and we will post you to give HR operations role. And once you do HR operations role, then you will become HR head. I plainly told that, no, I don't want to do operations role, because something which is my passion of developing people, which I will pursue relentlessly. And I continued with that passion, and I told my CEO is that it's always good to be number two, because HR head means you are number one in the organization, in the function. But I told him that I would rather be number two in my life, but do what I want to do, than being number one and I'm not doing what I want to be doing. So think about it. Sometimes you are number one in the organization, but doing something which you're not value. That's not close to your value. That's not really your true self. You have money, you have balances, but that's not something which you ought to be in your life. That is not your true purpose. If that is something which pulling you back, you made your career, but you have failed to achieve what you're passionate about. So think about it, identify this. I have seen people, the growth is not only becoming a CEO, the growth is also reaching the highest level and pinnacle of your passion, what you wanting to be doing. So I think long answer to this question, Naren, but I think this is what I thought I'll share with you. The scope is there. People I have seen getting into fitness center, that is their passion. Becoming a gym trainer, that's a passion, and they are also earning money more than perhaps they could earn in corporate life. So the days are gone where there is only engineering and doctors and CAs have the scope. But today's world, there are multiple opportunities. Identify your passion, work relentlessly, and think what you really want to become. That will give you happiness. Career in that case is bound to happen, right? Once you do this, career is bound to happen. Money will follow, success will follow. And more than that, you will feel sense of achievement. You will feel achieved something in your life. That is something which will really excite you more than what perhaps you could have done otherwise. That's what I thought. I will just put a thought around here.
Great answer, Dr. Mukund. Actually, people, it's difficult to find their path, and so this answer is help them to follow their passion. जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं, सफलता और विफलता दोनों जीवन के अंग है. सफलता पर खुश होने वाले हमेशा विफलता पर बड़े दुखी हो जाते हैं. So my next question is, how to handle setbacks and failure in life?
Failure. Yeah, you're right. Success and failure is something which is very important, because life is not always success, right? Life is always something going down and fail. How you look at failure is is that matters a lot, right? Sometimes some people look at failure as an opportunity to learn something new, right? Some people look at failure as something which is like blaming others. Yeah, I failed because of this. I failed because of this. I could have done something, and these are the things people think when they are into the failures. I would rather say when it comes to the failure is a testing time for individual. Everybody has to go through the failures because that's where the learning happens. You learn something which you perhaps would not learn when you are successful. So I think that is something which I have seen happening again. Again, you fail because you take the responsibility of the failure, that I failed because of me. It is my responsibility. And once you get that right in your mind, I think those people will rise in the failure. I have seen many people when I interview, I mean, recently we were admitting people for MBA admission in IIM, and I was interviewing the candidate for the admissions. And I mean, some of the examples I can give you, these guys are completely unclear about what they want to do. Some of these guys, one of the guy has done civil engineering, then he did electrical engineering, some diploma and all that. Then he did something like worked in IT company as a software developer. Then he did something or the other, and then he wants to do MBA. I said, buddy, what do you want to do in your life? You are a civil engineer, then do electronics, and then you do IT. What is that you want to do? No, my parents told me to do engineering, but I was not really happy about it. My passion was not really of engineering. I want to do something because I'm a good salesman and I want to do something in marketing and all that. See, this is how it is. And I said, now why are you investing your 18 lakhs for MBA? What it will give you? So something like these are the guys who are completely lost in their career. And this is how they're heading for the failure in the future. Now, again, I encourage those parents who are in this group to encourage your child to do what he or she wants to do. That is something very, because today's world, children are much clear about what they want. The access to knowledge to the children is phenomenal. The network children have is phenomenal. So I think let them do and let them flourish what they want to do. That will really excite them. They will build a career and they will be also happy and successful, right? But at the same time, I have seen many people blaming when they're in the situation of failure, they start blaming, no, I am here because of my parents. My parents guided me wrong. My teachers guided me wrong. My bosses guided me wrong. And that's how I'm here in the situation where I am. This is something absolutely not acceptable. I mean, that is something you need to think through, that all these things, your parents, your children, your teachers, your managers, you can't keep on blaming them. There is always an expiry date of blaming those people. Ultimately, you are responsible for your career. You take a decision. If you don't take a decision, you will miss the bus for sure. The ownership of career lies with you and nobody else. The building of career is lying with you and nobody else. You have to architect your own career in your own way. Many people in the organization, when I worked, they come to me and ask me what the company has done for me. Company has not built my career. This is something I don't listen to those guys. I said, what have you done to build yourself? What have you done to learn something yourself? Yeah. Don't blame the organization. You have to make the noise to make a shift. You have to make a noise to bring about change in you. You have to make a noise to learn something new. Unless you do that, you can't keep on blaming others. So actually, basically, it's your responsibility, not anybody else's responsibility. And that's where some people get it right and they do it proper. some people don't get it right and they keep failing in that. So what I always say that there is always career accidents happen, right? Career derailment happen. In my case also, there are a couple of times I got derailed in my career. But in the derailment, when you have career derailment, accident, which is not supposed to be, and recover fast. You have to recover very fast. Stop, reflect, stop, reflect, and stop and reflect. Then you can really recover very fast. Learn something which is not you have learned earlier in life. So that is something which some people recover very fast in the failure. Some people don't recover at all in the failure. They get succumbed to the situation, circumstances, keep blaming others, and this is how I see people not growing in their career. So all in all, I would say failure is part of life. Accept it, embrace the failure, yeah, learn out of that, because that is something which is defining moment in your life, right? Many companies they throw people into the job where they will fail, because they believe that when the talent fails in the job, they will learn much bigger, much better. That is something which one has to understand, right? Over to you.
Yeah, great, Dr. Mukund. I could relate this answer to my own story, and it was really eye opener. So, a successful career normally built on the cost of time. While chasing dream of career, we forgot to spend quality time with family and friends, which is also equally important. So, our next question is, how do I manage work-life balance and yet build career? How do I?
Well, there is nothing called work-life balance, right? If you want to build career, you have to pay multiple tolls, right? In some people's career, in some people's case, the life space is very important, right? My family, my life, the time with the family is very important, that is sure. In some people's case, career is more important. Life space is a small dot in that space. Yeah, because I want to build my career. I want to, first focus on my own capabilities, my own skills, and all that. I would spend time with family later on in my life. So, career and family, work-life balance. It is always a trade-off decision a person would have to take, either align or trade off. Some people who focus fully, and we respect that. If your focus is on the family and also on more of friends and all, that is good. I mean, nothing wrong, nothing right about it. But then you can't have career growth in that situation. You can have either of these two. You can't have both for sure. It's always a trade-off decision at different point in time in your life, right? There are cases who build their career up to some point, and then they pause, and then they focus on the family, and that also is a good option, a good combination, I would say. Look, I have built my career, and now I would rather focus on my time. But there are some people who keep building the career, keep building, keep running after money, keep running after the designations, keep running after. I've seen people, requesting for extension even beyond 60 years of retirement. I've seen those people in the organization who are requesting extension after even 60 years. These people have not lived their life, because at one point in time in your life, you have to understand what is important for you, right? You have to understand the difference between the more and the sufficient. I have now sufficient money. I have sufficient thing. I don't want anything more. I am not anymore greedy for money and all that. Now I rather focus on giving back to the society. Now I focus on giving back to the community. That is something which is very important at certain point in time in life. Some people understand this well. They get it right and they do it. That's why you see most people leaving their career after 55, 60, 55, 52 years, and then they start building their own passion and they start giving back to the community. They get into CSR activity, they do social work in the community for the because they believe that I have acquired my career, I have gained my career not because of me alone. There's a contribution of multiple people in building my career. And that's how I need to give back to society. That's something which is important for some people. And then they look at the space of family, the space of life, the space of society, space of community, and they start giving back to the community. That is something very important, because the moment you are stuck in your greediness of money and all that, you would never do this. So again, it's not a solo thing. Career, what you build is never a solo. It has a contribution of many people. It has a contribution of the ecosystem you're living in. It has a contribution of your parents, your teachers, your bosses, your friends, your sibling. It has a combination of multiple things. And that's how you build your career. So remember always one thing is that first you have to become more of yourself, but at the same time, you're not a solo game in that. You're not alone in that. You have also help people become more. You have to help others become more. You have to help others achieve more. That is something very important in life, and some people get that. That's where you not only have a sense of fulfillment of fulfilling your career, but you also have a sense of fulfillment of fulfilling others' career also. That is something which should really be happening in most cases. And I can tell you one thing, at a particular life situation, your CV doesn't matter. How long is your CV? How loaded is your CV with multiple? That really doesn't matter much. What matters is your reputation. Where are you? What is the reputation in the society? That matters a lot. Your reputation should precede your CV at one point in life. And once your reputation precedes your CV, you will have more takers for the job than anybody else, I can tell you. And that's how you are building your career in the entire ecosystem together with people. That is something, I mean, at the senior level, those who will go to senior positions from this group, I was hiring a lot at the VP level in Tata Motor and even otherwise also. When you are hiring from mid-level to senior level, we don't look at the person's competence. We don't look at the person's capabilities or functional domain knowledge. What we look at is more of a person's reputation. How is he in the society? How is he perceived as a leader in the society, in the community? That's something matters. So you're hired for your reputation. You're hired for your values, the value set of values you bring into the organization. You're hired for those values. And if everything is fantastic, people have gone through the multiple rounds of interview, up to the CEO level interview, and everything is fantastic. And when we do the background check of the person, and we find no, there are some issues on the values of this person, some issues on the reputation, because background check is done quite relentlessly, rigorously at the senior level. And if you find something wrong, some doubt about the person's reputation, some doubts about the person's values, the person is not hired, despite being the fact that the person is extremely competent, extremely knowledgeable on the job, and perfectly fitting onto the job, but he's still not hired on the job. So what I want to say is that bring about those set of values, display those values, display those reputation of helping others, becoming more. I think that is something which will help you long way, and you will have more takers in your career. One small example is of Taj Hotels. If you go to Taj Hotels, you will see even the frontline desk guys in the Taj. They're all youngsters, 24, 23 years age, young guys. They look at the customer. They have been treated, they have been told customer as an Atithi Devo Bhava is a value of Taj Hotels. I talk about Taj because I work in Tata Group. So that's a core value of the organization. They hired people who respect that core value of Atiti Devo Bhava. And if you would have seen the case study which was published in Harvard of the attack on Taj, which happened in 2008 November in Taj hotels, the terror attack. The case study shows that most of the guests were saved by the staff in the hotel. Who died? Most of the people died were the staff members who died while rescuing the guest from the hotel. That is something very amazing. That's a value these people are living in the Taj of treating guest. Guest is my first priority, then my life. So those youngsters died while rescuing the guest. So this is something which is a case study, and you look at the hiring these people have been hired for. This staff is hired from a very small towns. They're hired from the small villages in Taj, because that's where they see that these guys will bring in those right set of values into the organization. When they hire, they go to the schools in the villages and they ask the teacher, who is the student who respects elder most? Who is a student who respects parent? Who is a student who respects the teacher? And with that kind of a reference points, they start hiring people. They don't hire for competence, but they hire for the person, the values the person will bring on table into the organization. That is something which is important for us. So long answer to your question, but I thought I'll just share my thoughts around it.
It was amazing, and we could have relayed. Even Deveji typed in chat like it is my story. So this is excellent example and very well explained, Dr. Mukund. For summing up this session, my last question: what are the key elements for successful career? Successful career के लिए key elements क्या है?
I would say multiple elements, but based on my interactions with people who have built their career, one common thing is the one who build their career successful are open to learn new things and open to unlearn old things. It's very important because unlearning also is important. We don't unlearn things fast. We are so happy about what we have achieved. We get into love with our own past experiences so much, and that doesn't help you at all. Don't get into love with your past experiences. That doesn't help you at all. You have to learn all the time new things. Yeah, things you will be perished immediately if you stop learning things. The world is changing very dramatically. Yeah. If you are not IT savvy today, you are dead completely. If you are not able to understand the implications of digitalization, you are completely out of the game, So you have to be in the game, and to be in the game, you have to learn continuously new things. It's painful. It's really, really painful because it is something which you have not done in the past. But those who take that pain, those who discomfort themselves, I think they build their career. You have to discomfort yourself. Don't be always in the comfort zone. And I've seen many people who keep discomforting themselves. After 4 years, they will start making noise. No, this has become my way of life now. I am done with this. I want to do something different now. And they jump into different territory, they jump into different path, and they discomfort themselves. So this discomfort is painful. It regresses you, but this discomfort will also help you acquire new skills. So how many of us discomfort ourselves, right? That is something very important for us. Yeah, Devesh has raised his hand. Absolutely, you have to discomfort. I have discomforted myself 26 years of my experience in corporate life. Now I am into different zone altogether. This is something I have completely discomforted myself, completely. I was happy with money, I have tons of money and all that, but I said, now enough. That is something not what I want to achieve in my life. Before I die, I do something which I want to do, which I'm most passionate about. So this is how I jumped out of it, and I am into new territory, which I'm learning a lot. So you have to look at your learning curve, how your learning curve goes up. It has to go up, then it goes plateau, and then it has to go up again. Yeah. If continuously plateau, then you go down, and that's where you start. That's I would say that's beginning of end. When you start doing this plateau and going down, it's a beginning of end. Your career is perished completely. So first, definitely learn new things. Be open to learn new things. Don't be prisoner of your own past experience. We are prisoners of our own. I have achieved a lot in my life. I have done a lot that has helped you come here this far, but not any more far from here. So there's a very good book, if you can read that book by Marshall Goldsmith. That book is titled as What Got You Here Will Not Get You There, right? So you have to learn something always new. Your past experiences have brought you up to this point, but that may not bring you to the next level. And to get to the next level, the first thing is learn and unlearn continuously. Yeah. Second is a curiosity. I would say build a curiosity. Try to know more of what is behind. Most leaders I have seen are very curious to know things happening around them. And if you build the curiosity, definitely learning will happen. Yeah. So that's an important thing. And the third thing is, I believe, network. Build your network. Once you build your network, and this is exactly what is happening in the platform of DITF, one of the examples, when you build a network, when you connect people together, you have multiple perspectives, you have multiple knowledge being shared, and you learn tremendously high in that case. So that's how you have to build network. It's never a solo game, I would say. Yeah, and I've seen leaders who build network internally and externally. They do pretty well. Yeah, and those leaders who are only in the cocoon of their organization, they never really build their network. They never go out of the comfort zone. They never try to do something what is beyond their capabilities. And the time is flying, by the way. Time doesn't stop. Time is always flying. And those guys keep doing their job, and they turn 60, retirement happens, and 60th birthday, the company will tell them goodbye. Thank you very much for your contribution. And these guys who have not built up their network in their whole career, they are lost on the second day of retirement. They don't know what to do. There's a clear vacuum in those leaders. I've seen them suffering a lot. They frantically look at things here and there, but neither they have built a network in the past, nor they have looked at something which is beyond their capabilities, nor they are also done something what they're passionate about, nor they have invested their time in doing something for the communities. And these guys, after 60th birthday, are completely lost. So this is how the situation would happen. And to avoid that, I think you should really think about something, what you're passionate about. Find that passion, find that kind of a rigor in you, and start working relentlessly on that. Don't go after positions, don't go after the business card, don't go after designations, but go after reputation, go after something which you are trying to build for the community. That will lead to you, that will be a long runway for you, a runway which is not only 60th birthday, but runway which is beyond 60th and much beyond 60th birthday. That's a long runway of building yourself. How you build your runway is very important for you. How long your flight can run and take off is the decision you have to make. Yeah, and nobody else can make the decision. You have to make that decision yourself. That's important for you, right? Money is always less. Money is more you earn is always less. Remember one thing, there is no dearth of greediness of money. Life have to be much bigger than money. Life has to be much beyond money. And this is what I learned in my family also. And my family has been supporting a lot to me in this case. And imagine now, just to give an example, 55th, but 55th, 54th age of year, my age, I thought enough is enough on the money. Yeah, that's enough. I have built my son's career and all that is enough for me. Now I have to do something which I need to do for others. I need to do for next generation leader, which is something young students, young talent across the world. I thought I'll do something around that in remaining part of my life. And that's why I chose to go back to the academics where I began my career 26 years back. And I joined IIM, and it was like a shocking thing for me because, but my family has been big support to me because my annual gross income of IIM was much lesser than even the income tax I was paying in my corporate life. So that was the kind of a shock. But money is not the driver. Money will come. Money is designations you have acquired, and there is always end to it. You know, when you go to the supermarket, when you go to the shop, what you always look at, you always look at the backside of the tin or backside of the box, the best before, right? You use best before, right? Then expiry date and best before. So everything has a best before. So everything has a best before. Your
Correct.
designation has a best before. Your money has a best before. So use that best before and move on to the next level of your life. That is something which absolutely important in life. And those who don't realize this best before thing, they continue and they're in the rut of their own cocoon. And these guys are not able to build a diversity of career in their life. Career is not only your retirement designation. Career is something what you have done for others, and how have you helped others build their career, and how you help them become more. That is something which has to kick you. Yeah, and that is something which will be kind of a noble thing one can do in his own life and also others' life as well. Long answer, but I thought I will
It was
share
an
my honest
excellent
and
and very,
candid thoughts.
very useful experience sharing, Dr. Mukund. Some of the question on the chat by Krishna Dayama, she asked, what basic values should one possess or you look down in person while recruitment?
Definitely honesty, how honest you are about yourself, that works well. I have seen in interview, many people openly tell me in the interview, look, I failed. I took 1 year gap. I failed in my whatever I wanted to do. And that's an openness I see in the candidate. And definitely honesty is one which I would definitely, because these guys who are actually, I normally hire, normally people are in the corporate world, we hire people who have failed in their life, because that is something we know this person has gone through the grill of failure. That person has gone to the grill of emotions and he is a better prepared for the success. When you go through the grill of failure, you are prepared better for the next level success. I would rather go with those guys who are honest about themselves, who are honest about, and many people say that, if I take a gap 2 years, I may lose out to get on a job. That's a myth today. Even if you take a gap, taking a gap in your career is not really that important, but what you do in the gap is very important. Yeah, that is something. How are you building yourself in that gap? Have you revitalized your skills in that gap? Have you reskilled yourself in that gap? Have you built something different in yourself in that gap? And if you do this all, the gap, however long that gap would be, it's not at all, it doesn't matter at all. You're prepared for the next level job. Again, there is a concept of ability and willingness, right? I look at people's willingness than ability, because if the person is willing, the person is willing to do more than what he wants to do, ability will follow him. Yeah. But if the person is not willing but able, it doesn't work at all. So I would rather go with a person who is more willing and less able than the person who is more able but less willing. Willingness is absolutely a key driver for getting things to the next level. So that's something which I thought are the most important ones: willingness, ability. Yeah, I think that's something comes to my mind. There was one more thing, but I forgot now. It slipped off my memory.
Yeah. The next question from audience, Dr. Mukund, from Bipul Ghosh. How to find passion? I think this is how to find your passion. So you have to explore the different thing. Yeah. So,
He, I would like to add, he is the chief executive of RBI Bank, Bipul Ghosh. Thank you, Ghosh.
How to find passion? So there are two ways of looking at it. You know, there are some people I've seen, they're very clear about their passion, they're very clear about their goal, and they walk in that path relentlessly at a right time in the early age. And you've seen people doing that at the age of very early age in the career, very early career. So they're able to identify. But there are some people who are just struggling to find what they're good at, right? So in that case, and there are some people like that, you have two options there. One is for sure, identify the mentor around you. Again, I said it is not a solo thing. Career is something which you have to identify the mentor. Find out the right mentor around you, be it in your family or outside your family, your teacher, your friend, your colleague, I don't know, whoever. The one you think can help you. Ask for help. Sometimes we don't ask for help. That is something very wrong. If you want to grow and you want help, ask for help. Don't be so shy in asking help, because it is about your career. It is about building your own, painting your own picture. Ask for help. Look, buddy, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Find the right mentor, right? Or find the right coach. The coaching works very well. I have done many coaching sessions with people, and I have seen people getting benefit of the coaching, because coaching helps you go deeper within yourself. Go deeper within yourself. Sometimes and I can tell you, most of you in this group definitely are good at something or the other. The only thing what is stopping us is our limiting belief. We are not confident about what we can do. And that is something which is what we call limiting belief. Go out of limiting belief. Think that you will contribute. Think that you will make a difference in the world. Have that positive outlook in your attitude. And world is multiple, world is large enough. Universe has ample, I can tell you, ample opportunities. If you find something, you will have an ample opportunity. The only thing is that believe in yourself. That is very important. If you want to believe, and if you're not able to do that, get help from others to believe in yourself. Because sometimes others are also giving you those signals. Mukund, you do this, Mukund, you do that. They also give you those signals of your own strength. So the best example in our Indian mythology is Hanuman, right? Hanuman was not aware about his potential. He was always being told by others about his potential. Yeah. And that is something that some people have this problem. Others have to be told about their potential and build that confidence. So identify the right mentor, identify the right coach, and start working around that, and believe in yourself that you will be successful. And that belief itself is a key differentiator. If you don't believe in yourself, you will lose the world completely. Believe in yourself. Most people fail because of this limiting belief they have. Come out of that and work and think positively about what you have. Think about your past, for example. If you have this limiting belief coming in the way, you reflect on weekend, sit down, close your eyes, reflect on in the past, how many times you were successful in the most difficult situation. Reflect on those situations where you were able to succeed in those adverse situations. What made you become successful in those situations? Think about those moments of your life in the past where you succeeded in the most adverse situation. That will give you confidence. That will help you come out of that limiting belief, and that will help you believe in yourself.
Great, great. Hope questioner must have got his answer. One last question we can take from Rahul Mishra. Rahul Mishra, can you unmute yourself and ask?
Yeah, so I have a question that if I give an example, simple sir.
I'm not
Am I audible to you?
clear.
No, your voice is not audible, Rahul. Can you type on the chat box?
No, am I audible to you?
No, you're not audible. Yeah, one more question is on chat box. Request your views on evaluating internal resources for different roles where they do not have any prior experience.
I'm not clear about the question, Rahul.
Even I am not clear. Request
Okay.
your views on
What
evaluating
exactly
internal.
you're wanting to ask? Maybe you can talk offline with me. That's not a problem at all.
Am I audible now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit better.
So my question is, you have given us example that the one person who have been working since last 20 years in a manufacturing industry, and you asked him that what is your aim, and he told you that I want to become CEO, and you denied that you can't become. So sir, I have question on that. I'm a chartered accountant, recently qualified, and as I have changed frequently lot of the organizations, like I was with JBM Group, and now I am with Capital Incentive Group. So my reason is I want to be expert in direct taxation and risk advisory. And to be expert in risk advisory, I have to understand multiple industries, and for that I have to change with the limit. But one of the HR asked me question that you are changing lots of lots of.
Hello?
Yes.
You're changing lots of?
Law, you have changed, you are changing job frequently. It is not good for your career. So my question is, sir, when we will not change the frequently, how we'll explore the under different industries, and what is the criteria, minimum criteria we should stay for an organization? So this is my question in mind.
Yeah. So if you come to me as a candidate for the interview, and if I see you changing your job every 1 year, every 2 years, I wouldn't take you at all, Rahul, frankly speaking. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because nobody will take you for that matter. If the person is changing the job 1 or 2 years, every 2 years, in once or twice is okay. Yeah, once because you have a career accident, you happen to choose the wrong company, which happened in my case also. There's a value clash or something. Once is okay because it's a wrong decision either by you or the company. Twice also is okay. But if I see your trend in the CV, you have been jumping a lot, people will not hire you, because there's always a saying that in an organizational, even internally also, internal jobs also, you can't change so often within the company. there's always a cooling time. We always say that 3 to 4 years is the best time where a person can work, start learning new things, and then at the end of 3rd or 4th year, he has made some impact on the job. That is important. You have to ask the question yourself that within 1 year before I leave, what impact I have made on that job, that people will remember me. What dent I have created in the job, people will remember me. And that impact to create, that dent to create in the job, you need almost 3 years time to do that, because any job you take new, first 2, 3, 6 months goes into kind of a, what we say, honeymoon period, right? You try to learn new thing. That 6 months go into understanding the context, understanding the job, understanding the organization. The real contribution starts from the 7th to 8th month on the job, and then a real impact will take another 1.5 to 2 years on the job, depending on the size of the organization. So I think 3 to 4 years is a good time to shift the positions or the job internally or even the externally, right? That is important. But more than that, Rahul, is also more than changing the job. Every 4 years, are you learning new things is important for you. In my case, I have worked 26 years and only 2 companies I have changed, by the way. I have only worked in Siemens for 20 years and 6 years in Tata Motor. That's it. I have only changed twice in my whole career. But every 4 years, even I was in Siemens, I have changed my function to learn something new. Every 4 to 5 years, I have changed my function to acquire different types of experiences. And that kept me going for 20 years in one. So it is not that you change the company to company, but within the company, how much you are changing your job to learn something new. 3 to 4 years is a good time to change. Don't do that very often. People will not take you, honestly.
So if I say very honestly, then there should be balance between learning and experience, right?
Yeah.
Great, Dr. Mukund. If at all there is a questions from audience, they can post offline. We can take it offline. You can mail Deveji or the DITF mail ID. They will forward it to Dr. Mukund and we will get the answer because time is not permitting. This was a wonderful session and will surely help producing breakthroughs in successful career building aspect of the listeners. So lastly, I will stop here with the positive quote. You can have all the knowledge of the world, but if you don't apply it, then it is useless. So keep audience this in mind. Thank you all, and over to Ankit Dadheech for Thanksgiving.
Sir, I am audible?
Yeah, you are audible, Ankit.
आवाज आ रही है ना मेरी सर?
Yes, we can hear you.
A very good evening to all. Today is 2nd October. Yeah, it's Gandhi Jayanti. I'm starting with remembering our 2 great Indians, Mahatma Gandhi and our 2nd Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri on their birthday. मैं उनके लिए यही कहना चाहूंगा कि गांधी जी अगर महात्मा थे तो शास्त्री जी थे बहादुर. गांधी जी अगर महात्मा थे तो शास्त्री जी थे बहादुर. सत्य अहिंसा बापू ने सिखाया तो अटल विश्वास सिखलाया भारत रत्न प्रधान ने. तो अटल विश्वास सिखाया भारत रत्न प्रधान ने. I wish India will achieve what they have dreamed of. Honorable Speaker sir, respected founder sir, and moderator sir, and all the dignified guests. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who work hard to make this event possible. I, Ankit Dadheech, thanks to DITF founder sir, Shri Dadheech, for giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you. मैं देवेश जी को 4 लाइन कहना चाहूंगा एक हिंदी की शायरी के साथ में. चंदा की चकोरी से कभी बात ना होती अगर तुमसे हमारी ये मुलाकात ना होती. चंदा की चकोरी से कभी बात ना होती अगर तुमसे हमारी ये मुलाकात ना होती. इस DITF में कोई बात है देवेश जी, वरना तो इतनी हंसी शाम ना होती, वरना तो इतनी हंसी शाम ना होती. Now, on behalf of DITF team, I would like to express my gratitude towards our speaker, sir, Shri Mukund Vyas. Sir, today we have got lot of information which will help us in our life. Sir, your subject knowledge is very clear and you have cleared all the doubts. I hope all the young viewers will be inspired by your words. मैं हमारे स्पीकर सर के लिए यही कहना चाहूंगा कि सुनकर कर दे अनसुना, सुनकर कर दे अनसुना, ऐसी उनकी आवाज नहीं, किसी महफिल में छुप जाए ऐसे उनके अंदाज नहीं। सूरज सा चमकता है व्यक्तित्व आपका, सूरज सा चमकता है व्यक्तित्व आपका। मुकुंद जी, आप किसी परिचय के मोहताज नहीं।
Ankit, thank you. I mean, I feel very awkward now. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I thanks to our moderator, sir, Shri Narendra ji, for creating a bridge to connect us with our speaker, sir. Sir, you have very delivered today's session and you solved all the doubts of our audience.
Hello.
I think his connection is
I
lost.
think his connection is weak.
Ankit, restart. Just go into the आवाज गई है।
अंकित,
मैं नरेंद्र जी के लिए यही कहना चाहूंगा कि दुनिया में इसी तरह के प्रोग्राम और कामयाबी के सफर यूं ही जारी रहेंगे, याद रहेंगे। आपके साथ बीती सादगी के लिए हम आपसे आभारी रहेंगे। हेलो हेलो।
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I also thanks to our introducer Krishna Dayama and our technical advisor team and all active guests. Today's program is possible with the support of yours. मैं खुद आज सर ने जो एक्सप्लेन किया उससे मोटिवेट हुआ हूँ। मुझे भी समझ में आया कि हाँ, सही डायरेक्शन क्या है। तो मैं सभी को मोटिवेट करने के लिए कवि शुभम श्याम जी की एक कुछ कविता की लाइनें हैं, वो आप सबके सामने रखना चाहूंगा, जो मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती है। लोहा जितना तपता है उतनी ही ताकत भरता है, सोने को जितनी आग लगे वो उतना प्रखर निखरता है। लोहा जितना तपता है उतनी ही ताकत भरता है, सोने को जितनी आग लगे वो उतना प्रखर निखरता है। हीरे पर जितनी धार लगे वो उतना खूब चमकता है। मिट्टी का बर्तन पकता है, मिट्टी का बर्तन पकता है तब धुन पर खूब खनकता है। सूरज जैसा बनना है तो सूरज जैसा जलना होगा, नदियों सा आदर पाना है तो पर्वत छोड़ निकलना होगा। हम आदम के बेटे हैं, हम आदम के बेटे हैं, क्यों सोचे राह सरल होगा। ज्यादा वक्त लगेगा पर संघर्ष जरूर सफल होगा। हर एक संकट का हल होगा, वो आज नहीं तो कल होगा। इसी के साथ में ओवर मच अवेटेड DITF डे नाइट क्रिकेट टूर्नामेंट 5th and 6th नवंबर को सूरत के बीजे पटेल ग्राउंड में रखा गया है। यू कैन ऑल्सो वॉच दिस इन अवर यूट्यूब चैनल एंड our next webinar is on 20th November on how to build a successful team. Our speaker for this webinar is Shri Sunil Kumar ji Dayama. Please join our next webinar to build a successful team. मैं सभी को लास्ट में थैंक यू बोलना चाहूंगा for joining today's webinar. Thank you.
Also, Ankit, since Ankit talked about Gandhiji, I think today is a very auspicious day, 2nd of October, and he triggered some thought in me, Ankit, and also Gandhiji's quote. I want to leave you with this quote of Gandhiji, who talked about is find the purpose, means will follow. Yeah, that's a very powerful goal. Find the purpose, means will follow.
Very powerful quote.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
So I want to leave you with this thought.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Mahendra,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. So nice of you. Well conducted.
Namaskar.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Have
Thank
a
you,
wonderful
everybody.
evening and a wonderful
Thank
Dandiya in the evening. If you want to play Dandiya in the evening, thank you very much. Enjoy your festival.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
चलिए
so
मिलते
much
हैं।
sir, for this outstanding
Thank you, sir.
webinar. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.